How's it going? How's it going? I'm gonna wait for some more people to come into the room, but if you will, can you tap your screen? I'm big on taps, guys, because that helps the algorithm out and it brings people into the room. But today, as I always do, I'm gonna talk about real estate. And when I talk about real estate, I'm really talking about, um, you know, what I do is the buy and hold strategy. I love teaching people about real estate. How awesome! I think it is one of the greatest investments out there. It's been out here longer than crypto, stocks, and mutual funds. So just with that being said, I know that it's good, right? And I've done my research on it. Real estate is here to stay, and that's why I got into it because I just know that the benefits that it has. It's like no other investment vehicle out there. Okay, so I've been doing real estate investing for the last 24 years, right? And I don't do this fix and flip. I don't do this wholesaling. All I strictly do is the buy and hold strategy. So I like the idea of buying properties and turning around and then renting them out. To me, that is the best method out there, especially now we can't think of quick money. We got to think long term. So that's what I do, and I like to teach others on how to do this too. So if you have any questions about real estate, guys, put them in the chats. I'm always willing to come out here and answer some questions. We had a pretty good live last night. We were talking about a lot of stuff, and people asking a lot of good questions, which is good because I love asking or answering questions. So yeah, just put them in the chats, whatever you got about real estate. But again, I do real estate, the buy and hold strategy. The concept of just holding on to the property for long term and getting passive income and building generational wealth, to me, is the way to go. All right. I love getting monthly reoccurring income. And also at the same time, I'm building wealth. Somebody's asked me, if you could start over again in your 20s, what would you spend 80% of your time on? Studying about real estate. Studying about real estate and building wealth. And actually I did. I spent a lot of my time doing real estate. So I'm actually happy. I started out in real estate when I was 25 years old. But I would have spent more time probably doing real estate, but I already did. And I'm glad. The problem I had was, yes, I was studying real estate, but I should have gotten with somebody that knew what they were doing. That would have cut my 4 to 5 to 15 year learning curve just by getting and attaching with somebody that knew what they were doing. I was going out there solo, doing it by myself, trying to figure this out. And that's where I messed up at. If I could go back in time, the 80% of my time or most of my time should have been spent being side by side with somebody, a mentor, following somebody that I could, be in their business and work for free, like an intern, something like that. That's what I wish I did. But I did study real estate, but I did it on my own. Can y'all tap y'all screen, guys? That lets me know the algorithm is working, and I'm stuck at 5 people. I'm just trying to see who's coming into the room, and sometimes my stuff acts wonky. So if you could help me out, I would really appreciate it by tapping your screen. And if you have any questions, put them in the chats. I'll be more than welcome to answer some questions. All right. But yeah, I started out when I was 25. I'm glad I did. The reason why I got into real estate was that, I was going through some hard times. I got laid off from corporate America, and I had to figure out a way to make some money. And my outlet was real estate. And there's so many different ways you can do this. You really got to pick one way. I learned that too about doing real estate. There's so many different ways. You could do wholesaling. You could do fix and flip. I watch people do this arbitrage, and I'm not going to say that stuff is bad. I don't want to say that the wrong way, but I am going to say is doing the buy and hold strategy is going to build you wealth, because people don't realize this is a long-term game. It's a long-term game. And when you understand that, you can really propel yourself financially. All right? So does anybody have any questions? What city and state are y'all from? I'm curious to know. What city and state is everybody from? Just put it in the chats. I'm just curious because you usually have people from all over. I've seen people from California. I've seen people from New York. I'm just curious today, where is most people coming from today? Just put them in the chats, because I'm going to show you, because people always ask me, hey, Eric, I can't find no deals in my area. I'm going to show you there's deals in your area. Charleston, South Carolina, North Carolina. Awesome. I see New Jersey. All right. All right. We got some people up in here. That's good. That's good. You can find deals. They are really in your own backyard sometimes. Or you can buy out of state. I buy properties out of state, but when I first started out, I wanted to buy close to me. It was so important to buy close to me because I wanted to see how the operation was. I wanted to communicate with my contractors. I'm not saying you can't buy properties in another state. So if you're in California and you want to buy in Texas, yeah, that's good and all, but I'm not going to say that's a bad thing, but you don't get that interaction as if it was in your own backyard. So you got to keep that in mind. All right. So yeah. Does anybody have any questions about real estate? Because I'm just going to show you and tell you that, man, literally there's deals out here. You just have to know. People don't know how to go get deals. That is where the real problem is. Somebody says, I'm in Orlando, Florida. Awesome. What's going on, Tony? How you doing? I think, in my opinion, and well, I do know that the best properties or the least expensive properties are like in your southern states, your Texas, your Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. It's just known that it's going to be cheaper down here. And when you talk about California, New York, me personally, I'd be moving. If I didn't move, I would try to get somebody on the ground at one of those other locations and try to buy some property over there. That's what I would do. All right. So let me show you how this is. Again, guys, I told you I buy properties. Okay. I buy them at discounted prices and then I turn around and rent these things out. And I've been doing it for, again, like going on 24 years. Sometimes I can't even believe it's been that long, but I've been doing it for a minute. So I didn't just start. Me personally, my niche is Section 8. I like renting out to Section 8 families, okay? Now, before I go further, I know there's some Section 8 families in here watching. I'm good with that, but I'm not here to teach how to go get a voucher. I'm talking about real estate investing side. So if you're a landlord, investor, that's what I'm talking about, all right? But I love renting out to Section 8 families because I get paid guaranteed through the government, all right? That's how this works. Who's an investor out here? I guess this is the question I should ask. If you're an investor, put I in the chat. If you're an investor, put an I in the chat so I can know who I'm talking to. Anybody? I don't want to go further if I'm talking to, people that are in crypto. That wouldn't do me no good, would it? I want to buy my first investment for Section 8 rental. Awesome. Prime Game Services. Well, I can help you on that if you want the help. I know one thing. Don't do it alone. Don't do what I did. Don't do what I did and try to figure this out. That's what I can tell you, honestly. If you don't want to go through me, that's fine. Just go through somebody that can help you and that, get you in the right direction. Don't try to figure this out. I've made that huge mistake. That's one of the mistakes I wish if I could go back in time, I would change is making sure I got enough information and had some help. Ooh, I found some houses right here. Ooh-wee. Where's this at? Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to show y'all some deals. Somebody says, I'm doing it with a good idea. You can do it. You know what? When I first started out, I started out with a partner. That's exactly what I did. I started out with a partner and then worked my way up from there. Watch this property here. Now, I want to make something clear, too. I love, all right, awesome, E-Roll T. I bought my triplex under VA. That's under a veteran admitted. You must have been in the military, obviously. So good job. Watch this house here that I found. Now, I'm going to show you some pictures of it, but this is the type of properties that I love, what most people get scared of. I'm going to show you a property, and I found it, and I can show you this is what I like. Most people would be scared of getting this. Y'all, give me some taps if y'all ready for this. And look, my goal tonight, guys, I ended up with 23,000 likes last night. Can we double that? Can y'all help me? Because if you've been on my live last night, you'll know I've been spitting out game all week. And if you come to my lives, sorry guys, I'm not going to show you a 18,000 square foot mansion. I'm not going to show you my cars, or I'm not going to show you $1 million boat. I'm going to give you some value so that when you go back to work at the job that you don't like, at least you can have some information, and at least it'll start getting you to think, and I'm educating you, and that's the value I want to give you, not lusting over materialistic stuff. I think that's fair, right? And all you got to do is tap, and I'm giving you free game. This stuff I do right here, I usually charge. Most people do, like in a workshop or something. I decided to come on and help people out and help find deals. I do it right here on my live. But all I ask for you to do is to tap your screen. No gifts or nothing. I'm just showing you how this stuff works. Now, I'm going to flip my screen around because I'm going to show you. I could do something like this. I go on this website right here. Okay, everybody has it. All right, Realtor.com. All right, Realtor.com. You can find deals in your own backyard right here at your house by going on this website. And now, not every house that you see on here is a deal, I'm going to admit, but at least you can get an idea how this works. Now, I like buying properties that are distressed, that need rehab. Watch this. Tell me what y'all think, and tap your screen because I think I'm giving y'all some solid game. If you want it, let me know. If not, I'll just stop. I've been known to stop and just say, you know what, I got to get out of here. So I'm a realtor. Use me if you want to buy. Awesome. All right, look at this house here. And this is the type of stuff I like to get. You can see, man, most people would be scared of this. A real investor knows this is opportunity because you're getting it below market value. So stuff like this is exactly what I like. When it needs sheetrock work, it's got mold. Okay, it's got a hole in the roof. I've had houses like this many, many times. And this is how you get them at discounted prices. And this is how you're able to really make some money. Because it's really, you make your money when you buy it. All right, you make your money when you buy it. Most people, obviously, get in this house, they'd be scared. You see the hole in the roof, you see that damaged like that. Most people would be scared, especially new investors. And I was that way too when I first got into the real estate game. Matter of fact, I found a house that was something like this. I found a house that was actually something like this, but I had no way of knowing how to do this. Today, I would jump on that in a heartbeat. Look at this. Tap your screen if you like this so far, because I'm going to tell you, you can buy this home using and leveraging other people's money. You don't have to pay for the rehab. You don't have to pay for the purchase price. There are loans out there that you can get, okay? Some people pay cash for their homes. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just telling you that's not what I do. And I think as long as you're responsible, and I know I am financially, I'm responsible with the money, you could do good things with it. You could leverage. But look at this house. It needs a whole lot of work. This is really an opportunity. You call that value add because this needs a lot of work, okay? I can see just looking at it, it needs a new roof. Now, some people, I wouldn't flip this house. Me personally, I would buy it and then turn around, get it fixed up, and then rent it out. But look how bad this home is. You can see, like I said, it needs a new roof. I can see it needs a new AC. Now, of course, I would go over there and walk the property out. But yeah, I can find anything like that around my spot. Awesome. How do you find those loans, sir? You can Google. That's how you can find loans. You could get with realtors. You can go to investment clubs. That's how you find loans like that. You gotta go out there and put yourself out there and network. That's what I found out. Networking is so powerful. That's exactly how I was able to do this, right? I went out there to network groups, free network groups, and just went out there and started talking and mingling, man, because you go to these free network groups or meetups, especially you can go on the internet and find meetups near your area, and you can join those for free or for a short amount of time, and you'd be surprised all the people in there. You'll find lawyers, you'll find realtors, real estate investors, wholesalers, contractors, everybody right there under one roof. All right. So who wants to see one of my deals? Because I like showing my deals, and I'm not trying to brag or flex. That's not the point here. I'm just trying to show you how this stuff works. Tap your screen if you want to see, because I've actually bought a house like that needed rehab. I'll show it to you if y'all want to see it. Again, guys, I'm gonna come out here and give some gaming information, and all I ask for you guys to do is just tap your screen. I think that's a very fair trade. I think that's a very fair trade. Because that brings people into the room, because a lot of times people want to come into my room, but they don't even know I'm here. And the only way I can get support is by y'all's help. I'm going to show you one of my houses. and I'll show you what I'm talking about because I think it's really important to see so you can get an idea how this works. Let me know if y'all want to see, because what I'm going to do is I always do this. I show some before pictures. I show some after pictures. I'll tell you about the rehab. I'll tell you about my cost, all that stuff. Who wants to hear about that? Tap your screen and give me a thumbs up. Tap your screen and give me a thumbs up if you want this, because that way it lets me know that y'all are out there. Prime Game Services, I do. Okay, tap your screen and give me a thumbs up. I'm feeling a little under the weather right now. I'm not feeling real good, but I decided, you know what? Let me come out here. Hopefully my fans, my small amount of fans will give me 50,000 likes. It's free game, but I think it's pretty solid, the information that I give you. I bought this home in 2019. Ironically, it was right before COVID. And I thought I messed up when I bought it, because I bought the home, and when I bought it, that's when we heard of something called COVID. And I was right in the middle of a rehab on it. Now, keep in mind, I was working at corporate America at the time too, and I had other houses. I say that all to say this: even with the economy messed up, even with me having a corporate America job, I was still able to do this. Now, I'm not saying I'm not flexing. What I'm trying to tell you is there's no excuse why nobody can't do it. If I had all this stuff going on and everything against me, why can't I'm no special than anybody else. But I took the time out to learn it, and that was the difference. If I didn't go out there and do it, then, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So you gotta take the steps to learn real estate first. Okay, here we go. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. Again, I bought this, and I still have it. Okay, I want to make that clear. I still have it today. I'm just showing you. You could do this too. So as we go through this, guys, tap your screen. That lets me know y'all are still there, that my connection is good, that y'all want this information. And as long as I know y'all are there and y'all are tapping, I'll keep giving y'all game. It just lets me know, and it helps the algorithm, like I said. But my realtor brought this to me. Okay, and when they brought this to me, she was like, Eric, I got a deal for you. I said, okay, let me see it. I already did my research on it. I already found out what it was worth when I came up to it. Even before I came to the house, I did my research and found out how much it was worth. I'm going to tell you how much this house was worth. I knew for a fact that it was worth $250,000. It was worth around $250,000. Okay, watch this. Now, this is one of my houses. This is not like I always say, this is not like HGTV. I didn't go on Pexels.com and make copies. This is my home. One of my rental properties. Now, the reason why I wanted to get this and look at it is because she said, Eric, the seller, they're going through some hard times, and they want to move back across state, and they want to sell this property, and they want to sell it quick. But they said, hey, look, I just want to let you know this house does need a lot of work. I said, okay, let me come by and see it. So this is what the house looked like when I bought it. There's my contractor right there. Because what I'm doing is I'm trying to get a quote. I want to see how much he's going to charge me for this, okay? It needs carpet. It needs paint. All this stuff, I knew that now the house has good bones. I want to make that, and I'm not trying to flip this, okay? I'm in real estate for the long-term game. I'm in real estate for the long-term game. So I already knew. I says, okay, I got to buy this. I got to get it rehab. It needs paint. It needs carpet. It needs some flooring. It has that ugly wallpaper. I had to get that off. Now, I didn't do this. You don't need to be a interior decorator. You can hire contractors. That's exactly what I did. And again, this is while I was working at corporate America. All right. Man, we got a dead crowd out here. Why do I? All right. But yeah, this house was built in the 80s. And I said, okay, I already knew. I said, man, you know what? I got to get this house. Because I said, man, this is an opportunity right here. Look at the floors all busted up. But I says, man, I know I could get this thing rehab, and I knew I could be able to turn this around. And again, I was working for corporate America at the time, and I have other houses. I got a family to take care of. Man, I'm telling you, there's so much opportunity out here. Some people, it's unfortunate, some people are just lazy. You can do. There's opportunity all around you. You just got to get started. I appreciate that. But this is what the house looked like. Now, I rent my properties out to Section 8, okay? So I got a Section 8 family in there, and they've been in there in my property since 2019, and I don't have any problems. I get guaranteed income. But look at the kitchen. Now everything is outdated. Okay, so there was no way I can rent this house out the way it is. I had to get it rehabbed, obviously. Okay, let me show you through here real quick, and then I'm gonna show you the after pictures. But hold on. Here's what it looks like. Like I said, AC unit, it needs to get replaced. Now, I used an investor type of loan that takes care of the purchase price, closing costs, and the rehab costs. So it's not like I paid cash for everything, because that's not what I like to do. I always say this because it's the truth. I do not go out there and pay cash for my homes. You're limited if you try to go out there and pay cash. Okay, you're limited. Now, who's ready to see the after pictures? Because it gets even better. I'm telling you, man, this stuff works. I'm keeping this house for a long time. I keep my houses, let me rephrase. I keep my house between 3 to 5 years. The reason why is because I want to go out, sell it, do a 1031 exchange, and do another one, because they have, wear and tear. Let me ask you some questions. MG Home Improvement asked me, okay, so what is the process to buy and hold? I'm going to talk about that a little bit right now. I'll talk about that. Prime Game Services. How do you scale or find the investor that funds? Okay. How do you scale? I had this problem. That's why I couldn't go any further. That's why I didn't have any growth. I was stuck at 3 houses for a long time. How do you scale? You can partner with people. That's one way. The funds, you can use hard money loans. You can use private lenders. Private lenders are people that have IRAs or their cash, and they will be glad to lend you money to go out there and get into investments. Yes, I deal with Section 8. That's what I'm getting into. I'm just giving y'all little pieces. That's why my live is so good, because I get into detail. But yes, Ryan, I do Section 8. I do Section 8, traveling nurses, and insurance companies. Not a lot of people are talking about those things, but Section 8 is my primary one. That's one of my properties, and most of them I rent out to Section 8. All right, now who's ready to see the after pictures? If you are ready, please tap your screen and give me a thumbs up. Maybe y'all left. I don't know. Maybe my connection's bad. Maybe y'all don't want to see it. Maybe y'all want to go to another live. Don't matter to me. I just want to see if anybody's out there. And by the way, I'm sick too, and I still decided to come out here. Guys, my goal for you is to give you value, and I ask that I can get a goal from you, and that's to give me 50,000 likes. I think that's doable. I personally think I've given about 20,000 likes worth of information right now, but it's all good. I usually average about 20,000 likes. That's okay. All right. Let me show you the after pictures, because it gets better, because man, there's so much I got to say, and I can't because I'm on a live. All I'm going to say is, guys, this stuff works. Real estate ain't going nowhere, and you can be able to do this. I mean, that's basically what I have to tell you. How do you find the right contractor to do the right rehab? Prime Game. Ooh, y'all are asking some great questions, and y'all just don't know. Y'all must have been missing my workshops. I guess I gotta bring those back again, because I tell you how to find, fund, and flow your deal. This is my book right here. I also have an ebook format. Okay, Find, Fund, and Flow. This is me right here. This is my book. My point is this. I talk about that in my workshops, okay? And I'll tell you more detail when I have my next workshop, because I'm about to do a 5-day challenge for those that want to know. I used to do a 1-day challenge, then I went up to 3-day challenge. Now I'm going up to a 5-day challenge. Would anybody be interested in that? Let me ask you that before I get started. Would anybody be interested in my 5-day challenge that I got coming up? You can let me know. I'm curious if you're interested in it. I'm going to have a 5-day challenge. Oh, no, it's not free. Yeah, it's $29. It's going to be $29, by the way. Okay, awesome. How many properties you got? I've got 16 single-family houses and 2 apartment complexes totaling 232 doors. Okay, that's what I have. But this isn't about me. Okay, I'm telling you, this ain't about me. Yeah, I'm not a big guy. Yeah, I know. But I got a whole lot of knowledge and information. I've been doing it since early 2000s. So yeah, I had 35 single family houses, but now I scaled down to 16. But it's the knowledge and information. That's the key. All right. So who wants to see the after pictures? Because like I said, it gets better. I got to turn on my fan real quick, guys. I got to turn on my fan real quick. See, I got a stuffy nose, and I'm still coming out here teaching. Woo, man. Eric is only at 3,000 likes. All right, man. I love how I come out here and give information my time. My family's in the other room. I'm about to go over there and spend time with them. I'm about to go spend some time with them. All right, so let me show you this after picture of this property. And guys, don't think that you can't do this, because you can. You really, really can do this. Here's the AC that, now I didn't go out there and pay cash for the rehab either, okay? So I use an investor type of loan. Man, this loan, it takes care of a lot of stuff. There's certain loans that I like to get, depending on the property. But look, I got the roof replaced on it. We pressure washed the siding. I think it looks pretty good. What do y'all think? Looks like a brand new home. So I increased the value, put another loan on top of it, paid the other one off. It's cash flowing every single month. I got a Section 8 family in here. I got a Section 8 family in my property, and I get paid to the government ever since 2019 when I bought this home, when I put the tenant in there, because I deal with low-income housing Section 8. That's why I like dealing with Section 8, because I get paid every single month, and I don't worry about them tearing up my properties. Why? Because I do an inspection, and so does Section 8. And if they damage the property, and if they don't fix it or they violate the lease, guess what? They lose their voucher. They have too much to, Section 8 families have too much to lose. I would always get somebody that's on Section 8 or traveling nurses or insurance companies, because they have too much to lose. Whereas somebody that's not on Section 8, they got nothing to lose, and I've had some properties damaged because of that. And that's just my theory. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. But look, I got a brand new carpet in there, interior paint. I like to get everything fixed up front. That's why I don't have the late night phone calls, okay? I don't have tenants calling me in the middle of the night, right? Most people don't do this right, so they don't know how to do it, so they think real estate doesn't work. No, it works. They just don't know how to do it the right way. This had the sliding doors put earlier, and I decided, you know what, guys? I told them put French doors in there because I wanted to make everything like more modernized. What do y'all think about this? Give me a thumbs up. Do y'all like this? Let me know. Is our education system teaching us this? Or university, you learned this in school? Eric, you really don't know what you're doing. What do y'all think? Tap your screen. Thumbs up. All over review says yes. Okay, thank you. I think it's funny that they don't teach us this in school, but hey, it is what it is. All right. Do we have any questions before I get out of here? Any other? Do you not see them? I don't know what you mean. Do you have to do any wraps on your properties? Wraps. Jeremy, I don't know what you mean by that. Do you have to do any wraps on your property? I don't do any wraps. I don't know what you mean by that. Sorry, my man. I've asked like 3 times. Send funds. I'm not understanding what you're saying. You can go ahead and repeat it. What's your opinion on DSCR loans? I like DSCR loans. I've used DSCR loans a couple of times. Don't get me wrong, they're okay. But most of the time, the wrap financing, wrap around mortgage, or whatever you call it. I'm not going to say it's bad. I've never done it. The wraparound mortgage, that's what this guy used to teach back in the day. And subject to, he used to teach subject to and wraparound mortgage. I don't do that, but this was my first mentor. His name is Carlton Sheets. And when I bought this back in the day, I don't know, we usually got some young people in here. What's everybody's age in here? I'm just curious. Put your age in here. I bought this in 1997. Some of y'all, I'm 51, so y'all probably don't even know who this is, but his name is Carlton Sheets. He was one of the biggest gurus back in the late 80s. Like Send Funds, he wouldn't know who that is. All Over Review would understand. Somebody's 8. Okay, yeah, you sure wouldn't know. Sheree may know. Okay, so some people would know, but yeah. Carlton Sheets, he was big back in the day. I bought it. He was in Florida, I think it was, or no, Indiana, I think it was. One of those places. And I'm here down south. And, you know, technology wasn't great. It wasn't like it is today, the way they have Zoom call and everything. And I didn't want to fly over there, and I had to work too, so it just didn't work out. But I did get a mentor. Yeah, Carlton Sheets was the man back in the day. Man, there was a bunch of them, but I don't know what it was about Carlton Sheets that I really liked. And he was just a normal guy. He's not flashy or anything like that. And he's just a humble dude. And I like people like that. I kind of relate to that. I resonate to that. I'm not into the flashy, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just not me. With risk increasing with every purchase with at least 70% LTV, what is the next exit strategy? Okay. With risk increasing with every purchase with at 70% loan to value, what is the exit strategy? Through thoughts. With risk increasing with every purchase with at least 70%. Look, the key is buying it right. Okay? True thoughts. The key is buying it right. When you can buy it below market value, you've already got a cushion for when times are bad. Okay, let me repeat this because maybe people just don't know. I started out in 2000. I haven't foreclosed on any properties. I haven't lost any properties. I'm still making money and I'm still adding to my portfolio. It's people look at things the wrong way because they just don't know. And it's hard to explain. It's just the risk is always going to be there for anything, but you got to know different ways to get out of it. So what is the exit strategy? Well, I always do the buy and hold strategy. If you have to do fix and flip, you can. Depending on your situation, you can turn around and sell it, do it wholesaling. But the key is buying it right first. That's the first step. You got to buy it well below market value. Okay. Loans are risk. Yeah, that they are a risk. Same thing with working at corporate America. That's a risk. And trust me, that's why I'm doing real estate, because I got laid off from corporate America and they laid me off. And I did everything I was supposed to do. So things that we think are not a risk, they're a risk. We just don't look at it like that. But is a loan a risk? Yes. So here's another thing, True Thoughts, because you're right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to beat you up, but here's another thing that I do. I rent my properties out to Section 8. Okay? All right. So when I rent out to Section 8, I get paid through the government guaranteed. Do I get paid guaranteed? Well, yeah, because I've been doing Section 8 since the early 2000s. So 24 years later, I've never missed a payment. They never missed a payment into my account. But are there risks? Of course there are. But there are things you can do to minimize your risk. Please believe working for corporate America is a risk. Probably greater than this, because when you're working for somebody else, you have no control over it. They can lay you off just like that. That's exactly what they did to me. With real estate, at least I've got some control over it, because you got no control over something like a W-2. And somebody says, yeah, waking up every day that's exactly right. It is. It is a risk. Doing crypto is a risk. Name a successful person that became successful by not taking risk. Elon Musk, he took risk, right? Warren Buffett, he took risk. He's successful. I'm just telling you, people have to be successful. In order to do it, you're going to have to take risks. That's just the way it is. That's part of the game. That's like saying I want to be a boxer, but I don't want to get hit. You're going to get hit, or don't get in the ring. Your opinion on DSCR. I stated that already. I like DSCR loans. Somebody says, this guy, I can tell he's young. All right, send funds. Please ask me the question. I'm not trying to ignore you, and I apologize. Yeah, but go ahead and give me your question. No, this guy is trolling. Like I must be invincible. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of. Section 8 is guaranteed. The government always pays. That's exactly right. Risk. Right. Stock market just crashed today at 2 point. Yeah, I saw something about that on the stock market. But guess what? My properties. Let me tell you something else about when you're talking about risk about real estate. Did you know when the stock market crashes, it doesn't affect the housing market so much? It doesn't. Now, when the housing market goes down and the value, it doesn't bother me because I keep my properties. But guess what? Each month they're still cash flowing. Now, when the market goes up and my value of my properties go up, what do? I keep my properties, go out there to the bank and says, hey, look, bank, I need to go get a cash out refi. I need to pull some equity out because it went up in value. And I take that equity and go get more deals. You see? So either way, I'm winning. So it doesn't matter to me if the market crashes or if it goes up when it comes to real estate. It's different when you're doing crypto and stocks because you got to sell it or do a loss stop or whatever it is, right? With real estate, it's a whole nother ball game. My money is safer in real estate than it is in crypto and stocks. I'm just telling you for me. And I do the buy and hold strategy. I don't do this fix and flip and wholesaling. But yeah, the stock market, it crashed. I didn't know it crashed that much, but I just know it's not doing good. But my homes are still cash flowing. I got paid on the first, by the way. I got paid. So, all right. Do we have any questions about real estate? What is it that y'all want to know, man? What I can't believe y'all don't have no questions. Yeah, if you buy and hold versus fix and flip trading, it's not as bad as a down market. Are you paying yourself from your business? Tony, of course I am. I don't work for corporate America. Hold on, I got to get rid of some. Hold on. I don't work for corporate America, so yes, I do pay. All right? I do pay myself. I do pay myself. So good question, but yeah, are you paying yourself from your business? Yeah, it's called cash flow. Every single house that's cash flowing, that's my money. All my expenses get taken care of, and whatever's left over, because I charge a higher amount, whatever's left over because I got to run out of profit, that's my cash flow. That's how I pay myself. Yeah. I'm about to, like I said, guys, I'm about to have a 5-day challenge coming up. I don't know, but for those that will be interested, if you are interested, I'm gonna have it. I'm just making a small little announcement. It's gonna be coming up, and it's gonna be good. We're getting it all set up, but it's gonna be a banger. I've done a 1 day just regular workshop. I did a 3-day workshop, and now we're about to do a 5-day challenge for those that want to participate. You manage the houses yourself? Yes, I do. So do you have all your properties in an LLC? Yes, I do. I have all my properties in an LLC. Managing your properties is not hard. I may put in, out of a 30-day period in 1 month, I'm telling you, I only put in maybe literally, I don't put in a whole lot of hours. I don't. I just got back from St. Thomas. And took a vacation for 7 to 8 days. Just went away. I just wanted to get away. When you do this the right way, I'm not working in my business, I work on my business. So for example, if I have something to get worked on, I call a contractor. I'm not going out there and replacing light bulbs. If something's broke, the tenant will call me and I'll hire my contractor to go out there and I pay them. That's how you have to do this. You have to treat this as a business. I have over 16 single family houses. This is my business. So, are your properties in the same area or different states? Okay, my single family houses are really in the same city that I'm in, but my 2 apartment complexes are in another state. Can you explain how to set up my LLC for doing this? Okay. All right. Now you're asking me a great question. I'm going to give you some solid game on this, man. But you know what I find amazing? I'm going to give you this game. But I asked earlier, I said, hey, man, can I get some help from people? So I'm going to give you all advice because I'm just a cool brother like that. But I just want to show you something. All you got to do is tap your screen. Now, I was supposed to get to 50,000 likes. I'm not even near close to that. I would think I would have had 100, but that's all good. Young brother asked me, hey, look, can you show me how to do LLC? Watch this. Now, I don't see anybody else doing this. This is how solid my information is. I feel like it is, but, who's judging? No big deal. I'm going to show you how to go out there and get an LLC, and you can do it at minimal cost. You're going to cut out the middleman. No, I'm going to wait till we get to about 10,000 likes because this is some solid information I'm about to give you. And I'm not getting paid on this, right? Okay, you're in Florida. Awesome, Tony. I'm going to show you a simple way at a minimal cost to get your LLC. I'm going to wait till we get to 10,000 though. I'm going to wait because that's a solid. And ain't nobody, I promise you, nobody else is showing you this. They're telling you need to do this. You need to spend $1,000 to do this. No, you don't. Don't do that. Do you think probate real estate is a good way to go into real estate? Look, I'm going to tell you the easiest way. You don't do auctions. You don't need to do all that because that is not that great, okay? I'm going to tell you a way to do this. Get in touch with realtors. Get in touch with wholesalers. Build you a team. They will bring you deals, okay? And that's how you get started. You start getting into auctions, you got to pay cash for these. You don't have the money. Leverage by using other people's money. I say this all the time in my lives. It's the truth. Leverage. All right. Let me help this brother out because he was asking about, I'm not even at my 10,000. That's how good I am. I'm still going to give y'all this game. And I don't even have I was supposed to get to 50,000 likes today. All right. Eric come on every single day giving y'all a solid game. Watch this. Man. And look, I want to tell you something too before I get started. If you don't have your LLC, don't let that stop you from getting into real estate. Don't let one thing stop you, because when you get your real estate and you say you get it in your name, you can always transfer it into an LLC. People will let small things get in the way to get ahead. It just blows my mind sometimes. I don't know. That's just me. All right, here we go. You're going to go to Google. And when you go to Google, you do this. Watch this. You put in Secretary of State, Florida, because Tony asked about it. Look, Secretary of State, Florida. This is what you get. You come right down here, Florida Department of State, and look at this. You're right here to the Secretary of State. Look, you're bypassing the middleman. Now, what do you want to do after this? Well, how can we serve you? Well, watch this. Set up LLC. I'm gonna put it in there. Set up an LLC. All right, here it is right here. Form a company right there. You're getting rid of the middleman. I'm telling you, that deserves 50,000 likes in itself. Oh, and let me help you out even more. If you can't figure it out, go to the bottom of the screen and contact us, and you got their phone number. Man, I'm gonna tell you one thing right there. I just saved somebody a lot of money right there. I don't know. I don't have the likes like that, but I'm just telling you, I just saved a lot of people money right there. That's how simple that is. Don't make it bigger than what it is. And even if you don't have the LLC, you can still get started in real estate. I just helped you out. What that was worth, I don't know, but I know it was worth a lot. Be careful out there, because people are going to try to make you spend more money and you don't have to. Cut the middleman out and go right over to the Secretary of State. Woo, man, Eric. Man, I tell you what, man. Yeah, no problem, man. I like what's his name said. He said don't overthink it. A lot of people overthink it. Thank you for rephrasing that for me, because I couldn't really get it out, but that's exactly it. A lot of people overthink it. And most people get in their own heads and they think they can't do real estate, and they can. They can. It's amazing what the mind can do, and it's the truth. I always use this as an example. I find it amazing that people always ask me, hey, Eric, how do you get funding for your real estate deals? Where am I going to get the down payment? How am I going to have time to do this? But you know what I find always amazing? People will go out to a car dealership and spend $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 and get a loan, and they'll figure out how to get the down payment. The whole concept is you'll buy what you want. You might not buy what you need. See, you'll figure out what you want, like the Mercedes-Benz AMG, but you might not figure out what you need. There's always an excuse for what you need. Like, we all need financial freedom, but we don't want to figure it out. But we'll go buy a brand new car in a heartbeat like that. That's why 75% of Americans are living check to check, because our thinking and the way we do things. When you do real estate or start a business, it's going to generate you income once you start to learn this stuff. With real estate, you'll make money as soon as you buy the deal, but you got to buy it right, and that's the key. A CPA wanted to charge me $975 to do it. Yeah, it doesn't cost $975 to do it. That's because you're using an attorney. Now, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. What I'm saying is I wouldn't go to these other platforms and people here on this platform to do it. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Man, I don't know. I think there's a flu going on around, so just be careful out there. I don't care if you're in Florida or Alabama or wherever, man. There's a bad flu going on. All right. I was going to show y'all something. I want y'all to be careful out here, guys, because you got to be careful out here. There's people out here. I'm not going to be texting you and all that and DMing you. Be careful, because, man, we got some people out here copying my account. I just find it amazing sometimes. I don't know how many it is now, but I was like, man, you mean that many people follow me or copying my account? But I can't find it now. I haven't been on here in a while, but just be careful. People out here trying to copy me. Thoughts on multifamily? I have multifamily. I have a 112 unit apartment and I have a 123 unit. But I'm here only teaching single family. I like single family better. Single family has its good and multifamily has it. So they're both two different things. It's like an apple and an orange. They're both fruits, but it's different. Single family and multifamily, they're both real estate, but it's two different things. Like, I appreciate your social media. Like with single family, what I like about it is most people can afford a single family home, whether it's to buy or rent it out, right? And the process is quick. You start talking about multifamily, a 110 unit apartment complex that I have, the average person can't go buy an apartment complex. Now, keep in mind, I don't own it by myself. I'm in a partnership. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. So it's not like I paid cash for it. I just in a small partnership. And then also, it's a long process because you're talking about more zeros, okay? But there's a lot of money in it. A lot of money in multifamily, all right? But there can be a lot of money in single family too. I've made money and I'm making money in single family. Both of them make money. You just need to know what you're doing, all right? What other questions we got, guys? What are the questions we got about real estate? Just trying to figure out. Let me come out and see if I missed any questions. But yeah, I love real estate. Been doing it for a minute now. I enjoy it. I even enjoy teaching people. I have $40,000 at 19. Where do I start? Man, if you got that much money at 19, people always say everything on this TikTok, man. All right. 19,000. I always tell people, get this knowledge and information first. You need to get educated first. It ain't about how much money you have. I didn't have a lot of money when I first started out. At 25 years old, I didn't have $40,000. I don't know how you got $40,000. Maybe you got it inherited, but that's good. Congratulations. Well, it was a lawsuit. Congratulations. But please do this. Get educated first. You're clipped. Get educated first. And don't just go out there and blow it, man. That $40,000 can take you a long ways in real estate, okay? You don't have to go out there and pay cash. I always leverage by using other people's money. That's what I highly recommend. But get educated. Tony asks, I have one property already. It's in Section 8 in Marion, Florida. So I will open up the LLC transfer. There you go. Yeah, and that's the key. Do you think I would have been able to buy all my properties if I paid cash for it? It just, to me, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I had to leverage by using other people's money. And people or companies will loan you the money for it, right? That's what I like about it. This is not like stocks and crypto. They are not going to try to go to a bank and ask me, hey, look, can I get a loan for some crypto? They're going to tell you no. They're going to tell you HELL no. Can I borrow some money to go get some crypto? They're going to tell you no. That's what's good about real estate. You can get the loan for it. So there you go. All right. Hey, how's it going? What other questions y'all got about real estate investing, man? I'm about to get off. I've been on for probably about an hour now. But my main goal is to help people get to financial freedom. And man, it's just a great feeling when you can get into real estate. And I remember I was working for corporate America. I couldn't stand it no more. If your why is not strong enough, man, this stuff is not going to work. That's why people go half throttle in life. It's just people, I get to see it. They just don't believe in themselves. They just, well, you know what? I'm going to wait till next year. You're not guaranteed next year. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. I just go full throttle all the time because I had a situation where I almost passed away in 2019 because of COVID, right? Or 2020 actually. And I said, after I get out of this, I'm going all the way in. I'm going all the way in. And I ain't stopped since. I've been watching you from the clouds, and I love the fact you don't grift, you tell folks to learn. There you go. Yeah, I'm not asking for nobody. You got to learn this stuff first. I don't want people to make the same mistake that I made. I went out there and started, and I should have learned it first, That was one of my. Everybody always asked me, what was one of your biggest mistakes? That was my biggest mistake. Is I didn't get enough information. I didn't learn enough, and I should. Not only did I not learn, I should have got information from somebody that was actually doing it. That would have cut me the 4 to 14 to 40-year learning curve. What credit score do you need to obtain a loan, Janice? You don't have to. When you partner with people, this is how I got started. When I partnered with people, they had the money, they had the credit, and I had the information and the knowledge and the time to go out there and make it happen. It's a trade-off. You bring something to the table, they bring something to the table. And that's exactly what I did. See, we got to think unconventional, right? You got to think unconventional. That's what most people don't know how to do. So if your credit score is not good, then watch this. You can get it good, right? People have this misunderstanding that, oh man, my credit's bad. It's like, well, go get it corrected. It may take some time, but get it corrected. And that's exactly what I did. My credit wasn't that great either. But at the same time, I was partnering with people that had money and credit. I was also dealing with private lenders, right? Private lenders, because they will loan you the money. You make it happen. Most people, and I'm not saying you, just most people have more excuses than they do the goals to go try to go get it. Life is just too if you will figure out a way to make this happen. And it's just I've done so much consultation with people and talking to people. It's just amazing how people it's a mindset thing. It really is. But as far as your credit score, if you want to get a loan, through like a hard money loan or something like that, they don't even look at your credit. Or you can go through a DSCR loan. They don't look at your credit. They look at the deal. I got shot 5 times in 2008 in front of my man. Hold up. That's my why. Man, God bless you, man. You're still alive, insurance brother. To be shot in 2008 5 times, that's a lot. And you're still making it. So that's good, man. But that's my point. If your why is not strong enough, people won't reach goals. They don't have any aspirations. My brother's social media insurance brother just said he got shot 5 times. His why is strong now. And sometimes it's unfortunate. We got to go through a situation. Let me tell you mine. I went through school. I got my degree. I did everything I was supposed to do. I started working at a plant, okay? And that plant was I was getting 6 figures. I'd started my family. I thought that life was great. And it actually was, all right? I was making great money, 6 figures, coming out of college. I remember life was moving fast. I had bought my first home for $75,000 at the time. I still have it. I'm renting it out now. I had just gotten married, and I had my second child on the way. I was at that job for 1 year. Peep this. This is wild. Listen to this. I remember being there for 1 year, and I had my 1 year anniversary. I go in there and say, "Hey, Eric," my boss says, "Hey, Eric, we need to see you in the HR department." I'm like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, we got to see you in the HR department." I go in the HR department. They open up the door, and I see this long table, and people are sitting down. And it was about 10 people in there, and then they had me on the end. They did all that to tell me, "We're gonna have to let you go." You talking about my heart dropped, sank. I don't really know what they said, because when they said the term layoff, I was so young. I was only 25. I really didn't know what that meant. I just knew it wasn't good. And they said, "Yeah, we're going to have to lay you off. You don't fit in our business structure, so we got to make a change. And one of the changes are we got to lay you off." Keep in mind, I just bought my brand new home. I had just gotten married. I had my second child on the way, which is my son. And I also bought a brand new car for me and my family. Peep this. I remember when they were talking to me, everything was like, wah, 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 wah. You know how you see in the cartoons? That's exactly what I felt. And my heart dropped. I'm being 100 with you. Watch this. And, okay, so I said, okay, I got to regroup. I can either become bitter or I can become better. Okay? So I decided to become better, but I had to really figure this out. I did go out there and get me another job in the same field. That was good. But I remember when I got that next job, I says, okay, now I got another job. I got to figure something out. I remember I said to my wife, I got to make something happen. She was, "Well, what are you worried about?" I said, "No, I found out something in life that the schools and education system don't teach us." She said, "What is that?" I said, "Corporate America does not care. They will lay you off in a heartbeat. By the way, I didn't get in a fight with nobody. I didn't argue with nobody. I did my job. I followed all the policy rules. I just didn't fit on their business structure. We don't own that company. You don't own your company. They can let you go. It happens all the time. But anyway, I just learned that corporate America is not for us. They just want us to be plugged into their system. And then when they're done with us, we are replaceable. So during that junction of me getting another job, I said, you know what? I got to figure out a way to have some income coming in, and so that I don't go through this again. And I remember I went to the gym because there's a place called Bally's, a workout gym. And I remember going there and I used to see this guy in here. He was always working out, but he was always there. I said, man, look, can I just ask you a question, man? What do you do for a living? He said, I do real estate, young man. He was a white guy. He said, man, I do real estate, young man. He had a jumpsuit on, looked like a Nike jumpsuit. I says, all right, that's cool. I said, oh, so you do this fix and flip and wholesaling. And the reason why I said that is because on HGTV, I used to watch that all the time. So the immediate thing I was thinking was he does fix and flip. So I was like, he stopped me. He said, no. He says, I do the buy and hold strategy. And I rent out to Section 8. Something in those words. And he says, I'm building passive income and building generational wealth. When he said those terms right there, I didn't really know what it meant, but it sounded good. I said, tell me more. And then from there, it was history. I bought my first home, bought my second home, third home, and I kept going and I kept going and I didn't stop. I left my job at corporate America about 2022. I only left it about 2 years ago. I could have left it earlier, but I left because I left it on my own terms. See, most people can't do that. I had already had enough income through real estate, passive income, that I already met and exceeded my corporate America job. But when they pulled the last straw on me, that's when I said, you know what, I'm done. And I left it on my own terms. Most people cannot fulfill that. It's not because they can't do it, it's because they just won't do it. But life's lessons don't depend on corporate America, because if you do, you're setting yourself up for financial failure. Trust me on this. All right. No, yeah, buy and hold. Your clip, what I'm telling you is I buy properties and then I rent them out. So I'm buying it and then I'm renting it out. I'm holding on to it. That's where your true wealth is, because you're getting passive income every single month. You're building generational wealth. As you hold on to it, it goes up in value, and you can scale by taking the equity out and go get more deals. I'm just telling you what I do. But yeah, the buy and hold strategy. That is the way that most millionaires make their money. Do you purchase multifamily? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have now. I always tell people this. People think a multifamily is a duplex, triplex, or quad. That's not a multifamily. A multifamily is 5 units or more. Okay, I want to make that clear. I have a 110 unit and I have a 112 unit. Am I here to teach that? No. The true multifamily unit is an apartment complex, but can you do like a duplex, a tri, or quad? Yeah, all day long. But I'm not here to teach you about apartment complex. Only single family houses, single families, duplexes, tris, and quads. So FHA is not good. FHA is if you have your own for your primary home. How can you if your credit is not good? Toot from Atlanta. You can partner with people. My credit wasn't good either when I first started out. I partnered with people that had money and credit. That's how you get over that. You can do hard money loan. I'm going to teach this all in my 5-day challenge if y'all want it. I don't know. I asked this earlier. Maybe I got a different group in here. Who's going to be interested in my 5-day challenge? Give me a thumb. Say me in the chats. Because I'm about to look, I always say this all the time. If my lives are valuable right now, what do you think my 5-day challenge is going to be? Oh, yeah, there's a small charge. Have you heard of collateral assignment? No. So yeah, I'm about to have a 5-day challenge coming up pretty soon, and I'll let y'all know more about it. Lunar Impress says, I got my first Section 8 tenant. Man, I love that. I love to hear that. I love hearing that you got your first tenant. I need to know how to do it. Good job. Where are you located? Yeah, how long did it take you? And where are you from? Where are you from? Lunar Impress. You're gonna get guaranteed money every single month. Did you come through me? Because your name doesn't look familiar. You're in California? Awesome, awesome. I tell you what, it's a great feeling when you can have Section 8 families in your properties. Just don't believe the myths and social media about, yeah, they're going to tear up your property. Look, a family that's not on Section 8 can tear up your property. It's just people are people. But I teach you a process to where you can minimize that chance of getting that type of being in that type of situation. All right, but I teach Section 8. Okay, but the good thing is, I show people all the time, like in my challenge that I got coming up. You don't just Section 8 is just one thing. I'm teaching you how to find the deals, fund it, and flow it. Okay, to get to financial freedom. I'm going to teach you how to find these deals. I'm going to teach you how to get funding for it. I'm going to teach you how to cash flow with using Section 8, traveling nurses, insurance companies. I'm telling you, this 5-day challenge is going to be amazing. I've been watching you for a year, and I worked in property management for 12 years now in government. Lunar Impress. I'm extremely impressed. I would like to have you come on my live one day. I would really love for you to come on my live. But did you come? Have you been to one of my workshops? I'm just curious. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But I love it to see people succeed. That's my whole goal, because somebody out there, I'll never reach everybody. Nobody does. But man, I know there's somebody out there that's just hungry. Somebody's out there hungry like I was, and they want to make a change. Not everybody. Most people in here, they're just going to scroll on. They get entertained. I got it. But y'all will be coming back after you lose your job or something. Y'all be like, man, I should have listened to Eric a long time ago. I've been listening to Eric for 2 years. He done talked about real estate, and I done passed it up all the time, and I ain't got no job now. Hey, man, I done told y'all. I've been on here for 2 years now talking about real estate. Same thing every time. Some people going to listen. Most people ain't. You haven't? All right. Well, again, I have a 5-day challenge coming up. I'm going to be giving y'all more information, but my 5-day challenge is going to be good. My 1-day challenge was awesome, but I'm going to do a 5-day because people are, kind of raving about it and they want more. So I'm deciding, I'm going to make it happen. Like I get a lot of testimonies because I know people want to know, hey, can I get some testimonies on that? Let me show you. Throughout my workshop and everything, can you tell me how effective it was, how this can change your financial position? Change your life?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that I appreciate is that you really diving into the details of, such things as like finding contractors and how to market your property. And I think that's like a lot of the nuanced stuff that a lot of people don't share. So I definitely want to say I appreciate you diving into that and, giving us that insight. And, I'm ready to get started on my real estate journey. So with these tools, I think I'm ready to get there. Well, there you go. So that's one of them right there. Yeah, my workshops, people are learning, and that's what I like. And people are taking action, because if you don't, one of the scariest things is that if you're living check to check right now, what do you think it's going to be when you retire? You think it's going to be better? Most people will try to scramble and wait. And by that time, usually, not all the time, it's really too late. I can't say it's ever too late, but you're really going up a uphill battle. My thinking was, I want to retire now. I don't want to wait till I'm 70 years old to retire. I want to retire now and live life. And I got to enjoy that. Again, I just got back from St. Thomas. I would never been able to go to St. Thomas and spend 7 days if I was working for corporate America. They would have told me to come back now. That's just the way corporate America is. You keep it simple, real, and realistic, attainable. Yes, and it is. It is. It's very, I don't want to say it's simple. It is easy, and people think I break it down in the simplest format that you can understand. I've already done all the hard work. I really have. And I just make it easy for people to understand and make it happen. But a lot of people, it's unfortunate, they just don't have it in them. A lot of people believe that they don't have it in them. Where do you find investors? Good question, Janice. You can go to networking events. All right, that's just one.
But I show all kind of ways to go out there and find these deals. And I'll be teaching that in my 5-day workshop coming up. I'm just giving y'all a sneak peek and telling y'all about it. We're still getting the program set up, but it's going to be on. I did a 3-day challenge. That was good, but I want to give more information. So I'm going to do a 5-day challenge. And again, like I said, it's going to be good. Jara states, real estate, love it. Yeah, I love talking about real estate. I love helping people and helping people level up, because there's no way you're going to be able to make it right now in our society just with corporate America. You need 2 incomes or more just to make it. So be helpful. Yeah, that's what I try to do. I think I have been on my live today. I'm answering questions and giving y'all information, and I got 11,000 likes. I appreciate it. My goal was to get to 50, but it is what it is. I don't know how I never get there, but I don't know. I want homes in the Midwest. Hey, look, Jara, you can get homes wherever you want. It's a mind shift. Don't say you want homes in the Midwest. I will achieve and buy homes and purchase homes in the Midwest. It starts with your languaging too. And buy another multi. You can do that too. You can. But it starts in your language, and then when you say it right, you can manifest it, and you got to believe it. You can. But that's why I tell people, a lot of this stuff is not about the sheetrock and electrical work. It's just not. It's right here. It is so much right here. We keep hearing this all the time. Well, I keep hearing this when I do consultation. Where, what, I think I'm too old. I don't think I can be doing this. Well, I don't have the money to do this. Well, my credit is bad. Look, if you know you have an obstacle, attack it, get it done, and move forward. But people will say, well, my credit is bad. But you'll go out and go get a credit card to go get a TV. Or you go get a credit, or you go get a loan to go get a car. It's like, wait a minute, you're going backwards. So when is the next webinar? I'm going to let people know. I kind of took a break. I stopped. Again, guys, I'm going to come up with a 5-day challenge coming up pretty soon. And my team is getting that together. I'm going to have a 5-day challenge, and it's going to be good. And just stay tuned for it, okay? And hopefully y'all are following me, because if you like this, again, I'll be coming on. I've been taking a break from social media, but I'm going to get back in it again. But I come on every day and just teach people about real estate. Just coming out here giving game about real estate. I'm going to start streaming too on different social medias again. I got to do that again. But anyway, just helping people level up, but it's up to you. Hopefully that answered your question, Randall Harvey. Any other questions, guys, about real estate? Just curious. Any other questions? Can you do this? Yeah. You don't need to be an interior decorator or nothing like that. It's just that some people just don't believe in themselves. All right. That's enough. I think we had a pretty good live today. Just teaching people, man, if you want to get the financial freedom, you can wait on 401ks and pensions and IRAs and Social Security. That stuff's going to be whittled away and gone. I won't depend on that stuff. But most people do. And there's something called taxes on that. You'll get taxed on it pretty good. So by the time you get your money, it ain't going to be nothing. Or you could do real estate and get paid like I do and many, many others. You get paid every single month on the 1st. But it's up to you. All right, guys, I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all stay safe out there.